Yo, we are live and direct. We gonna hit the button. We got a surprise for y'all tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome.
boys and girls, hip hoppers of all ages,
Let's get it.
welcome to the Knicks Corner. And the reason why I'm so amped, Daddy, tell them the reason why I'm so amped.
We got a guest this week that is known throughout the hip hop world, especially here in New York City. This guy's been all over the scene, man, since I was first listening since 2006, 7. I want to say 2006 to 7, long time. But without further ado, we got to bring the man that created this fire album that dropped a few months ago, All the Brilliant Things, the one, the only, Skyzoo.
Yeah, peace. What's going on?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Coolin', man. I'm good, man. Everything is smooth. You know, good to be on here with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the love, man. There you go. Holding it up. I appreciate the love.
Always, man. All day.
All day.
That's a fire shirt you got on too, man.
A little bit, yeah. You know what I mean? Little homage joint. You know what I'm saying?
Well done.
you know what? When I do Knicks interviews, I always got to have Knicks gear on because, as you see behind me, so people be like, "Oh, wait a minute," but I thought it was the Knicks over everything. I'm like, it is, but it's also Penny over everything, so it's a balance. You know what I'm saying? So
fair. And you got the Yankees. You reckon they gonna?
You already. Word up.
I mean, you know, I'm many all day, and we dead in the water, but it's all good. It's all New York. I love it.
Hell yeah, man. And that's how we do it on the corner every week, man. We try to do it up. I got the Rugrats joint on this.
That is bananas. What is that? What is going on with that?
I got you, bro. I got you on that.
Yeah, that is bananas.
I got you on that all day. That's this company called Peace Collective, and they're big on giving back too. So I got you on that, man. 100%.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Let me know where to send it. I'll get it out.
My man, word up.
And connections made. This is what we talking about.
Word up.
So, the last time I built with you, it was on the Candy Corner, and I appreciate you stopping by there. And it was early in the season.
Yeah.
So that was this year.
I know where you're going.
And
I know exactly where you're going.
A lot of things happened from that last visit, and I just want to. How do you feel about what happened after everything?
It was dope. You know, I know where you're going because we was talking about something at the end, and then you was like, yo, what if they do this? And I was like, I don't know if they should do that because of this and this and this. And then it was very early. I know where you're going. But yeah, you got that one. But and I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you got that one. So because
we ain't gonna blow your spot. We ain't gonna blow it.
No, it's cool. No. It means we succeeded. So you know what I'm saying? So it's love. You know what I'm saying?
Sky has been with the Knicks since forever, ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he has felt the turbulence and the bumps and the bruises.
Yeah.
So
if you wiki Skyzoo,
you know what I mean?
He's got a section for the Knicks. You know what I mean? There's a section there that say you've been a long time.
It's solidified. You know what I'm saying?
It's like I understood that when we talked last.
Right.
But and folk call me the homer. I just kind of got a vibe about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And look, if it didn't break out the way it broke out, I'd be sitting here like, ooh, this is some delicious humble pie I'm eating with this wonderful record.
Right,
you know what I mean?
But you know what I mean? So now I'm cutting the slice and eating it. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy about. You know, I'm happy about what happened. You know, of course. You know what I mean? And I actually, once we was getting to the dance, I was like, yo, we might be able to break a leg in this dance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but I mean, Trey is a monster, you know, and as somebody who, you know, now I live in Atlanta, I get to see it often. You know what I mean? That was not a fluke with that kid. You know what I mean? Like you know, you get Hawks tickets for $20 down here and you be on the floor. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be at, if it's 41 games, I'll be at like 30 of them. You know what I mean? So just as a basketball fan living down here, but I still be repping, of course. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't a fluke. That kid is for real. You know what I'm saying? So if you was gonna lose to anybody, I'm okay with it being him. You know, like I got rivalry and all that. That kid is for real. And the moment he's available, heads need to pick up the phone. You know what I mean? Like that shit is for real. But I think we put people on notice, as you can see over the summer. With some of the moves we made, some of the potential moves that could have been made. Those things was only options because people started to respect us and take us serious. So all that's important. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that we're starting to get to the right place. I just don't want it to be fool's gold. And I think a lot of people you got a lot of us that are on it, but then you got people on the other side that are like, yeah, they did all right for that. It was a shorter season, 10 games shorter. The league was unhealthy. They was healthy when nobody else was. There's always going to be all that. There's always going to be a rebuttal. So so the key now is to make sure that it wasn't a fluke. It wasn't a one-hit wonder. You know what I mean?
Build on what we started.
Heads come out and one-hit wonder. We got the jam. This joint is the biggest joint of the summer, and then you never hear from it again. It's about not being that guy, So that's
gotta be consistent.
Exactly. So I love the moves we made. Love Kimber. He from the crib. You know what I mean? So Evan Fournier is somebody who I thought the Knicks should have went at in March. Especially all it cost was the second rounder. Now it costs nothing, and you just paid him, and that's that. But at the time, I was like, yo, they got a second rounder for him. Like what? You know what I mean? So moral of the story, I'm happy about that. I'm ecstatic that Francis is not with us anymore. I'm ecstatic about that. If you know me,
yes,
me and that guy is oil and water. You know what I'm saying? Like I am. That. And this is all just in good fun, but I am not a Francis guy at all. So I'm glad he's far away.
Well, he's with KP now. That's fun.
He's with the rest of the saying? So it's cool. Like let that man be
Dallas Knicks. Can you believe that?
Let him stink that up. You know what I mean? Let him get
crazy how many people jumped on that train and rode it until it.
You know what it was? And I was talking to somebody about this, and they agree with my stance. People fell in love with the idea of what he could be. 100%. It wasn't about anything he did. It was, here's a defensive-minded point guard for a team that you let the world tell it, not the true who know what's up, but you let the world tell it. All we've had was superstars who didn't play D. You know what I mean? And especially from the point guard position or whatever. You look at ever since like the early 2000s, and that's what heads try to peg us with. They try to pin that on us. So you had Phil, who's a lame. You had him coming in here riding his horse of, I got the guy who's team first, defense first, 6'7" when he was really 6'4", 6'7", 7'1" wingspan, whatever, and he's ready to rock and roll. The numbers he put up in the league was the same numbers he put up in France or Germany or wherever he was playing. If you go back and look at the scouting from back then, from that draft class, the numbers was identical. It wasn't like, oh, he did that, but he gonna come over here and do this. So the numbers was identical. It was 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. The numbers was identical. He is who he is. You know what I mean? So the people who was on this train, I'm like, look, stupid. The numbers is they there. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think people fell in love with the idea of what he could be or what he was supposed to be. And it was, we came through so long with something. Nobody want to play defense and nobody want to play team ball. And this is who this guy is. Why? Because that's what somebody said he is. You know what I mean? So,
and it's not even just
all this time on him, but that's why that train, why that bandwagon was so packed, like the C train at 5 o'clock. You know what I mean? Like that's why that bandwagon.
Because Knicks fans do that with a lot of guys. You know what I mean? Absolutely. They did it pretty much with everybody that they did it with Knox, just not as hard as they did with Frank. But I feel like it's because we're just such passionate fans. Like we want our guys to succeed. And we haven't had a guy stay with us and succeed. It's like, that we always end up sending them off, and then they blossom into, a player that it's like,
Charlie Ward, the Charlie Ward curse, they call it. My man Jonathan Macri said the Charlie Ward curse, you know what I mean? So
right on the head.
Not re-signing the player. And listen, if he shouldn't be re-signed, don't re-sign him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
100%.
I'm thinking about all the rookies that we didn't re-sign, and I'm trying to think of who we should have. Like, yeah, we may have a track record of not re-signing our rookies, but what rookies have we gone through in the past 10 drafts that we should have?
Now,
You know what I mean? Like,
here's another side to that. That just means we really missed on drafting
exactly.
for 10
It means
years.
we're not drafting right. That's all. It means we're not drafting right.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I hate?
And then we don't develop, and then they
Right.
get mindsets, and then they're ruined. But
You know what I hate? I don't know if I said this on your show a couple months back when we did it, but you know what I hate? I hate when you talk about a draft, no matter which one it is. You could talk about Kevin Knox draft, Frank draft, whatever. I hate when people be like, you know, if you say, "Oh, we missed out on Donovan." Oh, well, 12 other teams missed out too. I don't care about the 12 other teams.
Yeah,
Right,
we
right,
did.
right.
I care about that. I hate when people do that because I liken it to when I was a kid. If I did bad, I remember one time I got a bad grade or a bad report card or something in school in junior high, and my pops was upset with me. And I remember being like, everybody did bad this quarter. It was a rough quarter. And he was like, I don't care about everybody else.
I care about
Everybody
you.
else don't live here. You know what I mean? Like,
And I heard that growing up nonstop.
you know what I'm saying?
But my friends are doing it. I don't care what your
I don't
friends
care about that. I care about you.
Same
So
mindset.
when it come to that, I hate when people be like, well, 12 other people passed on Donovan. Well, 13 other people passed on Michael Porter Jr. I don't care about
that. I was going to say, now, the one thing about that is, for me, I hear exactly what you say, but it's like if there's a couple of teams above and they pass on you, in them GM rooms, there might be rumors that hit, and that's maybe why you don't jump, but maybe you should do your better due diligence or something
right.
like that.
That's what it's about.
You
It's
know,
about doing that due diligence and knowing.
as a gem follower, not necessarily like what's the problem.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. As a GM and all those guys back there doing their due diligence, it's like I don't care what all these other teams think they see. I'm going off what I see or don't see. You know what I mean?
Now, Michael Porter, God bless, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you.
Real.
Let me tell you why I was with that once he started falling. Because the year that he was up, we knew that year KP was down for the year. It was when KP was the guy.
So they both could have just sat and rested, kind of thing.
There was no way we was doing nothing anyway. So you let him rest while KP is resting. You know, if KP was active and healthy and he's supposed to be the face and he's dropping 20 and 10 and whatever, then you reconsider that. Like, yo, we might have a shot. KP was down for the year. We knew going into it he's gonna miss the entire year because of the ACL. Yo, if this kid needs to sit a year, Blake Griffin, let him rock like Blake Griffin. You know what I mean? Because now look at him. He's a 25-8 guy, and it's disgusting, and that's gonna haunt us forever. You know what I mean? Like,
hopefully not.
100%.
I would pull that trigger so quick. We ain't have nothing to lose. I get why it went down because they had messed up so many drafts, including the Frank draft. The Frank draft was a big, like, if the Frank draft didn't happen, they had more wiggle room to roll the dice. But they just came off the Frank draft.
Such
they
a
could
waste
roll
of
the dice
time.
2 years in a row.
Such a waste of time.
It's the domino effect that Phil Jackson and this kid did. You know what I mean? And that's I'm and it's all in good fun. I don't got nothing personal against the kid. I don't know him, but
right.
Come to that ball, man. Like, nah, man. Like,
no, because at the end of the day, we're a fan of a team that we want to see not only take the next couple of steps, but obviously at the end of the day, everybody wants their team to win the chip.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if the things that we're doing don't contribute to those overall, goals, what are we doing?
Yeah, and just make smart moves, man. So that's all I got for Francis. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
And now he's gone. So luckily, this whole movement could just go away. And I mean,
it's not.
But you know what? If it doesn't, then it's not about Frank. It's not about anything. It's about them. So
yeah, because you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna be at the Garden when Dallas come to town. They're gonna be at the Garden, wilding and blah blah blah. And all this nonsense
like that. Like, I want them coming in feeling uncomfortable.
Right.
You know what?
Right.
That's what I want.
It's about the Knicks. You know what I mean? And speaking of which, I got a little gem that I want to share with you guys. I definitely want to get both of y'all's opinion on this.
Okay.
All right.
I saw it drop earlier. My man Ian Begley, friend of the show.
That's my bro right there. That's my man.
Yeah, man. That's my dude, bro. Good peoples. So check this out. As soon as it stops doing the circle jazz.
Here it goes. Why not?
Yeah, come on, Twitter. Let's hit it.
That I'll tell you, man. All the random content that came out today, I haven't had time to go through it all, but I bookmarked all of it. I'm definitely gonna be looking into
I
that.
haven't heard any of it. I've been busy all day. I haven't heard any of it.
Yeah,
Okay, I don't know why it's not scrolling. I mean, why it's not playing. This is very odd.
It's all good. I saw little excerpts where he did make comments about Mitch. He made comments about
there we go.
just bigging them both up.
I just had to refresh the screen.
You got it? Nice.
Probably with you is RJ Barrett. You've been with RJ for 2 years. It seemed like he took a big leap here too. What can you tell us about RJ, the basketball player, the teammate, and where do you guys think you can go from here just as a parent?
RJ's going to be a really good player. 20 years old? 20, 21?
Yeah, 20 or 21.
Are you 21? Oh,
He's 21?
Young as hell. But, he's a really good player. And I can relate, as far as what he's done and what I've seen from him so far in this offseason is he just keeps improving. And that's really what it's about. Like, you can tell the guys who really love the game and really dedicate themselves to their craft. And he's one of them. He's keep improving. I think he's going to have another big year and make a jump. And I'm excited. I'm excited for him, not just for him as an individual, but for what he's going to bring to our team. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Our team success, and he's going to look great because of that.
Another guy's good.
Nice.
What do y'all think of that?
Dope. Yeah, I'm an RJ fan. As soon as we drafted him, I ordered the jersey. I'm an RJ fan.
Yeah,
All we do is just really perfect that jumper. I think if he get a knockdown jumper, he'll almost be unstoppable in a couple years. I think if he really get that jumper right, he really becomes something special. That it's like, yeah, you can't see this kid. He got, the build, the height, the strength.
That killer mentality.
Yeah, he's not afraid. He's like quiet, not afraid. You don't see him like really driving the car. He's in the passenger seat, but he's not afraid, which is cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, his confidence don't get built up like that.
At all.
He don't get rattled. He don't get. He still got that. It still looks like he's kind of like looking for Big Brother, which is fine because he's young. He's like 20, 21, which is fine. He'll continue to grow and mature in that level. But I love that he like I said, he's not driving the car. He's in the passenger seat and he's doing just fine with the GPS, making sure everything is right. And he's not afraid. He's super strong, solid, and he can play. I really, really, really like RJ, man. He's one of them guys that I'm like, I hope they don't do nothing with as far as moving him around.
Right.
Build around him the right way. If his jumper is this, then go get guys whose jumper is that. You know what I mean? And whatever, and then let him build. I just really want him to become a knockdown shooter, man. I want him to call Chris Mullin and give him a duffel bag and spend 2 weeks with him. You know what I mean?
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man. I'm right there with you. I totally agree with you on that. I think every quality that you just pointed out is exactly what we look for in somebody that we draft,
Yeah.
So I was absolutely hyped. I kind of during that draft, I feel like everybody wanted Zion, and I just feel like it wasn't what we needed as a team at that point to start the movement. You know what I mean? Start building, and I feel like RJ was that guy.
No, we didn't have Julius yet because the draft for the free agents. Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah, I mean, I get the lights and the hype and all that. It just was. I mean, Zion's great, but you would have just had to have everything else fall into place around him. Because as you can see in New Orleans, it ain't that. You know what I mean?
It's not easy.
And
it ain't that.
It's
No, everybody forgets that before the Zion hype started.
Yep. Absolutely.
It
was RJ.
It was 1,000%.
RJ was like
Barrett.
I think RJ was the number one prospect.
That he was coming to the Knicks, then all of a sudden Zion. Hey, wait.
Right. And I think RJ was the number one prospect coming out of high school that year.
Yes, he was.
So it was the RJ show. And RJ got super busy in college. You know what I mean? Like He was driving that car in college. You know,
Yes,
like I
he
said, he
was.
the passenger seat now. He was the driver in car. He was
With
yelling and
a
screaming,
Zion
getting heads
as
faces.
his passenger.
Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was yelling and screaming and getting in heads faces and
Mhm.
you know, really bringing that energy as well as scoring and playing D and all that. But you know, Zion had the highlights because he's a freak of nature, and then
Mhm.
it changed the narrative. But I love the fact that they so close, you know. But
Right.
RJ was the guy
Yeah,
in
he
college,
was.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was.
And I want him to just continue to, you know, the more comfortable he get in the league, I think we'll see Duke
His
RJ.
father's from St. John's. Come on, man.
Yeah, I think we'll see Duke, I think we'll see Duke's version of RJ the more he gets comfortable, you know, in the
yeah.
league. You know, but I love RJ.
Yo,
You
that
know,
brow is coming. That side eye is there.
Yeah.
Yo, it's there.
Oh yeah, you see
Yeah.
the look.
He's a big personality in a quiet space. I
Right.
love
Yeah, I like him a lot, man. I don't have no complaints about him. Once he yammed on a couple heads, I think that, like you said, that
It's
thing will come
coming
out
too.
that was at Duke. Because at Duke, he
his-
was yamming it on all them kids. Once he catch Braun and you know, and catch Paul George, like once he yamming on a couple heads, real disrespectful,
Yeah.
you're gonna get in that driver's seat, you know. But I like him a lot.
100%. Me too, man.
So what do you think of the new picks? Well, you know what? Let's get to last year's picks because that RJ was a few years ago pick. So we got Quickly and Obi.
I like him. I like Quick. I think the only thing with Quick, man, you know, is him being an undersized two guard. You know, he's not a point guard.
No.
He may have point guard skills in the sense of handle
He can
and
play it.
speed, but point guard is up top. You know what I mean? Like it's up top, and he's not a point guard. He won 25. You know what I mean? Like he won 25 a night. You know what I mean? Without a doubt. If he was taller, I think he would be an amazing two guard. If he was like 6'6", he would pretty much be unstoppable. But you know, I like him a lot. He's a Lou Will. If he's coming off the bench for us for the rest of his career, but going off like Lou Will, I'm happy. You know, I'm happy if that's his career trajectory of I'm coming off the bench, but I'm a killer. I think Dame said something about that today, ironically, where he was like, yo, he's like Lou Will. Let him come off the bench and burn everybody. And if he commits to that, I think he'll have a beautiful career and get paid in the process, you know. But saying, yo, you're going to be the starting point guard, I wouldn't sign up for it because up top, he's not a point guard. You know, he can handle and he got speed, but up top, he's not a point guard. You know, he's a two guard, and that's fine, you know. So be Lou Will and get busy. Obi, I like Obi. I was very high on Obi before us drafting him. I was like, yo, we got to get Obi. We got to get Obi because the word around MSG and everywhere else, you know, according to us and the media, whatever, was that Julius was on the way out, you know. So it was like, Julius is on the way out, then we need an Obi who's like a baby Amari to come in and really get busy. And you see what he was doing in college and all that. Little did we know how much Julius was cooking in the summer. You know what I mean? Little did we know.
He wasn't going nowhere.
Yeah, I think he took
I don't think nobody, man.
I think he took a lot of that personal. You know, I don't think heads will ever admit it, and that's fine. They don't have to. Me just sitting on the side as a spectator, I think he took that pick personal. I think he was like, oh, word? You already bringing people in the crib and I ain't move out yet? All right, I ain't going nowhere now. I think he took that personal, and he really went hard in the gym and flourished, and he's fantastic and amazing. So, you know, it's dope. I hope Obi could continue to grow. I like him as a player. I know he's still got some raw sides to him, like where he's still building, but super talented, skill, athleticism. My man Dave is working out with him. Shout to Dave.
I was just thinking that.
Bro.
Man,
that's my bro. So Dave is working with him. And Dave working with him, I know he's about to be a killer because Dave is out of control. Like Dave's
good people, man. He really is.
Yeah, awesome dude. That's really my homie. And he's a hell of a trainer and a sniper with the rock and really knows the game. When we just talk about the game as fans, the way he breaks it down is insane. So if you're working with Dave, you about to be on a different level. So I'm glad they working, and I like Obi, you know. So the 2 picks was nice. I wasn't mad at it at all. There was guys there that I wish I was like, dag, they skipped over Desmond Bain. You know what I mean? Like there was guys there. I was like, oh man, you know. But you know, no complaints, man. They both getting busy. I like Quick. I like the energy he brings. You know, I like it. Looked like he loved the garden. It looked like he loved the moment.
Yeah,
you know, he on the floor swimming and all that. You know what I mean? It's you know, it's a skinny JR, you know what I mean? So JR
Yeah.
sitting there and hit the guitar and all that. This
Yeah,
he was swimming in the
classic.
floor. So
Classic.
you know, I like his mentality. It's like a New York guy. Like he's built even Baltimore, DC, but it's like the energy is like I'm ready for the city, and I like that. That's very important coming here. That's hugely important. You know,
it absolutely is, and it translates on the court, which
100%.
we saw a lot last season. You know,
Yeah, 100%.
We needed the the booster shot. He came right in and brought that level right up.
Right.
So definitely a great piece. I've been excited about him, man. I just feel like he was such a surprise, you know?
Yeah.
And along the way, how everything was kind of clicking for us, it was just such like a nice, sweet little treat to throw on top. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean?
Yeah, I love him off the bench. I love him. I think Lou Will is the perfect prototype for him. And it's funny that that's like his favorite player or whatever. So like,
yeah.
I think if they really commit to him in that role and he commit to it, pay him, take care of him, make him happy, make sure everything is good, work with him. I think that's the perfect piece. Or you need a guy like Lou Will who gonna burn you for 20 at the end of the game and you're gonna win and go to the next round in the play. You need that guy. You need that guy where it's like you ain't starting, but you easily getting 20 minutes a night without a doubt. And you got free reign to gun it as much as you want and knock him down. And you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
you need that guy.
All right, so I got about two more things for you. I want to know your feelings on this year's rookies.
Mm-hmm.
Where you know I don't. Where do you think we're gonna go this year?
I think we should be able to improve. You know, I definitely think we hit over a certain mark. You know, being in the high 50s, I don't know. That would be nice. I think high 40s is definitely realistic. I don't remember what we won last year, but I think 48 wins or something like that. 46.
I think it was 41 and 21.
It was 41.
Wow. Okay. I think 46, 48 is realistic if everybody's healthy. If everybody's healthy, you know, that's a big caveat.
41, 31.
Yeah. You know, Kemba, of course, you know, hoping that he's healthy. I mean, no Kemba slander on my watch, man. I got a Kemba jersey on my wall right now, son. You know what I mean? Like, no Kemba slander. I see you cooking. Yeah.
Got him, man. I
got a Charlotte one. I got a Charlotte one that he tagged up for me. But
that's fire.
Yeah, but you know, I think if Kemba's healthy, he'll be fantastic. I love the Evan Fournier pickup. I think RJ moving to the 3 is great because he got that body that he can handle, you know, rumbling with certain people, a PG and all, you know what I mean? Like he can handle that. You know, Julius is going to be great again. He looks like he's in fantastic shape. He's working.
He looks like he's lost even more weight somehow.
Yeah, he's all chiseled up and getting busy, so that's great. Mitchell's the wild card. You know,
he gained 60 pounds, bro.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Almost muscle. Yeah.
You know what? I've always said, man. You see how I brought up earlier about Chris Mullin. I'm very big on, and we talked about this before. I'm very big on players getting with former players to finesse their skill set. You know, when Amari and Dwight Howard got with Hakeem Olajuwon, I'm very big on that. I think it's something that every team, everybody should implement into their system. Personally, you know, if I was in a league and I'm making 10, 15 mil a year, with even 2-3 mil, I'm calling so-and-so and giving them 100,000 cash, and we're going to work for 2 weeks. And then we're going to stay on the phone and text YouTube videos back and forth and all that. I'm doing that. You know what I mean? So I think Mitchell Robinson's best, big brother, little brother system. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you got the big brother program. I think his best fit is like a David Robinson.
Yeah.
I think if he was to call David Robinson with 100 cash in a Louis bag and be like, I'm on the way to Texas, let's get busy, I think that would do wonders for Mitchell. I think he has that same play style, the shoulders, the build, the height, the way he uses his shoulders, the way, you know, I think David Robinson was fantastic. Fantastic. I think that would be the perfect person for him to train with. The footwork, the speed, the way he like all that. You know?
Even half of David Robinson with the rest
that's what I'm saying.
That's a championship.
Call David Robinson, put 100 cash in a duffel bag, go to Texas and work. You know what I mean? So, you know, but Mitchell was the wild card. As far as the rookies, there was so many people that we could have got, and I love what we got. It was a really hard draft because everybody in that middle range was so dope. Like Bones Highland is dope. Like I was like, yo, we get Bones, we cooking.
I wanted Bones too, man. There was a lot of guys.
Crazy.
There was it was a lot.
There was a lot of guys in that middle ground where it's like, yo, you could just point at whatever, and that'll work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but I love Quentin Grimes. You know, I followed his career, the transfer and everything like that. He's great. I think he could wind up being a starting 2 guard down the line for us. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like once Evan is done and all that,
Right.
4 or 5 years from now, he could wind up being a starting 2 guard. You know, I love Miles McBride. First of all, he got the right name because my son's name is Miles, so he got the perfect name. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
And he's a monster, man. His arms dragged down to the floor. You know what I mean? His arms is like lurch. You know what I'm saying? Which is great. So, you know, that wingspan and all that. He can play. He's crafty. He got hands. He's great. He's great, man. I'm
fire in his eyes again. You know, we got another guy who's got
that down. You got a lockdown defender like Francis, but he can also score.
I love that you call him Francis, man. That cracks me up.
Yeah, well, that's short for Frank, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're right.
Yeah, Frank short for that. So
yeah.
But you know, you got a lockdown defender like Frank was built to be, but he also can score, you know, and he got handles, and he's not afraid, and he's yamming it on people, and he's a sniper, and here we go. That's what it's about, you know. It's about playing both sides of the ball, both ends of the court. It ain't about just celebrating one side, whether it's defense or offense. I'm not gonna sit here and ride for somebody that only play offense as well. Like, it's about being able to balance out both ends of the court. Right. And get as close to 50-50 as possible, if not 60-40, you know. So I like Miles McBride a lot. I really like Jericho Sims, man. I hope he plays. I really hope they don't keep him in the G League. Yeah, I hope he plays. Because even if he's the 14, 15 man, I just want him in the building every night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
learning from Taj, learning from, you know, whoever, you know, learning from training staff. I really want him in the building, man. That kid is special, man. He's raw, but he looked like a sponge. Like, he looked like he's really, he just looked humble and ready to learn. He don't look like he gonna push back much on getting any guidance and game and information.
And when he get time to play,
oh my gosh, he's so athletic, man. He's so athletic.
100%. It's gonna be so hard to deny him opportunities once he gets.
Man, I really hope he comes up. I hope they don't keep him in the G League all year.
If end of day, by the end of the season, if he's rounding in form, we could trade Nerlens, and we still got 2 beautiful twin towers that are drafted.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I like Nerlens. I like Nerlens.
I'm not trying to trade Nerlens later.
Yeah. No, I get it. Right. Know that you got insurance.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. No, I like Nerlens. You know what I mean?
I mean, he mirrored what Mitch did, and it worked, especially when the two played together. If they can stay healthy together this year, what happened last summer in the playoffs it's not going to happen.
No.
Yeah. Now, let me tell you this, though. If there's room for Miles Turner to come over, one of them
you a fan,
later.
huh?
One of them got to go. See you later. You know what I mean? Like, Miles Turner is legit. Miles Turner.
I'm with it. I'm totally. I'm indifferent, I guess is the word.
I'm indifferent.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm totally for it, but I'm also totally cool with
that's my point. Yeah. Same here. I'm not pushing.
But I like him, and there's a fit. He's got a relationship with Jules. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely there's a lot of plus sides to it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not pushing one of them out the door. Like, yo, you ain't no good. You gotta go. I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
but if that kid is made available, one of y'all gotta go. You know what I mean? Because he is special, man. And it ain't just the perfect name, you know what I mean? But like, he's special, man. That kid is special because he's doing what Mitchell and them is doing, but he's more polished and he got a jumper.
Yes.
You just adding on. You like, oh, this is the perfect meal, and I'm adding a little extra sauce on top of it. You know what I mean? Like, so I like Mitchell. I like Nerlens. I'm good with them. But if that kid is made available, one of them is cool. Like,
I'm with
it. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like Mitch has so much more potential, even still, than what we've seen. So I do too. I think it's most reasonable to let Nerlens go. You know what I'm saying? If it came to it, I'm not saying let's do it like you said.
Right. I agree.
If it came to it, I'd rather hold on to Mitch and get somebody like a Miles Turner than bring Jericho Sims up. And
let me ask you this: if that was to happen hypothetically, the deal is made, it's Nerlens, and of course some other stuff. It ain't gonna be just Nerlens, but you know, whatever. You swapping out essentially Nerlens for Miles Turner. What happens with who's starting? Because clearly Miles Turner would start. And what I think, and this is just me as an outsider, I don't think Mitchell is too keen on coming off the bench much longer.
Yeah, I'm with him on that.
That would be
in order for him to ascend, he has to be able to get the minutes.
Right. So I think what would happen is he would try to get up out of here. So if I know that ahead of time,
the trade would have to be
then
Mitch,
then
not
Mitchell got to
Nerlens.
go
True.
because Nerlens is cool coming off the bench.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? But and I know without knowing. I don't know them and I don't know nobody over there, but you could see the way Mitchell played, the way he moved, the way he's social media.
Yeah,
You
no,
can see
he puts those vibes out there.
he
100%.
want to start. He's over to coming off the bench. Unless he coming off the bench behind, Anthony Davis or something. You know what I mean? Like he's over coming off the bench. He's trying to start. So
I just wish that wasn't the case. Like I would
Right.
would love it if he would just buy in. Everybody just bought
but,
in to play a role.
But maybe
you know?
he was bought in initially to start. We'll see.
I get it,
Right,
but at the
right.
same time, you're still a youngin'. You know what I'm saying? Nerlens
Right.
been
But
around
again,
he's been around the block.
Here's my thing. Miles Turner's nice. It's a really strong piece. But I don't know if we're ready for Miles Turner this year or something like that. I just don't know. I gotta see it play out.
And
You
that's
think we're
okay.
not? You think he would be wasting his time with us because we're not?
No. The very opposite. I think we might be missing the boat on Mitch if we don't give him this season to really work himself out.
I feel you.
Because RJ's still trying to ascend. They're ascending around the same time. Let them both get to that point where, Julius was just talking about RJ making that next step. I truly believe if they both make that next step, we are a much stronger team like that than by interjecting somebody else, even though they got a really good skill set. But if he doesn't, and it seems like he's more upset or moody, then let's
Right.
get this
At the end of the day, that's
while
not
he
a
still
true
got to
team
stop
player
them.
then.
Right.
Right. So peace out. But I'm a big chemistry guy, and these guys together last year built this. Rose came in midway, was in tears when he found out that Mitch hurt himself. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I forgot
He
about
was
that.
broken
that's
up
true.
in that interview. He almost couldn't finish because
No,
he didn't know.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm just
agree.
saying that webbing I think is actually something. So if we're gonna pull away from the webbing, we gotta make sure that's the right move. That's all I'm saying.
No,
think
I
we're
agree
okay
with you.
removing
And
one piece though. You know what I mean? I think it's okay to use one piece of that web of that chemistry.
Right. No, I agree with you both. And I like Mitchell a lot. I don't want this to go down as I like Mitchell a lot. I think like you said, there's a lot of untapped potential. We're hoping he taps it.
There you go. And that's all we can do.
But at some point, you gotta be like, yo, what if he don't tap the potential? Miles Turner's right there, and Indiana's ready.
I was just gonna say that because at the end of the day, right, bring it back to what we started saying earlier in the conversation with Frank. You know what I mean? We waste so much time hoping. We can't hope forever.
They should have shook son, man. Buddy Hield was on the table. That thing was about to happen. Remember that weekend in November when it was about to be Buddy for Frank and some other stuff. You telling me you don't turn back the hands and do that? I wanted them to do it right then. Like, do that. You know what I mean? Like, what are we waiting for? Do that. So now you let him walk for nothing. The guy who everybody loves and blah, 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 blah. Cool. You walk for nothing. You know what I mean? Could have Buddy Hield over here going crazy. Those are the things. And that's what these guys is getting paid to figure out. Like, you can't sit on your hands too long. I like Mitchell a lot. I'm not saying get rid of him. I'm just saying I really hope he taps. Because if he taps in, he could be better than Miles Turner. If he taps in, he could be better than Miles Turner. Is he going to tap in?
To me, he was starting to show.
No, you know what I mean?
He was starting the show before his injuries.
Right.
He was really, there was like a level he was reaching, and then he got hurt. And too frequent. He broke his hand and then broke his foot.
And his foot. Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like these things are recurrent injuries, so I'm not really worried about that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the fact that he was going that hard on these plays for his team, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a broken foot, that thing is so fickle.
And he stayed out for how long on that foot? He played, I want to say, like two or three more runs up and down. And then
and unfortunately, that's probably what made it worse.
I'm sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, I'm big on heart and soul and passion. You know what I mean? Big on that stuff. That's the fire of my fandom, just like y'all. So again, I'm just like, if we can keep the chemistry thing happening. But again, if he's not showing himself, if he's not reaching that, then look, we try. Listen, I was born the last year we won one. I kind of want to see it
Right.
this time.
Yeah. No, I agree. Now let me ask you this: what do you think about Kev? Because it's a similar thing where it's like, have you gotten enough time?
I want to see how you go about this.
Kevin has had his opportunities if they give him enough. I mean, the thing is, trading him ain't gonna do nothing because right now his stock is so low.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get some minutes, honestly, just to get his stock back up.
I'm okay with just cutting the cord. Just move on. You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
I want to, like you said, I want to get something for him.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying about Frank. You know what I mean?
I'm saying that.
I think we already passed that. I don't think we could even if he gets some minutes. I don't see it being enough to make it into some type of a valuable asset.
He can get a second round pick right now.
But Dag, like a first round pick for a second round pick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's
cut your losses.
Like,
at this point, you cut your losses.
That's my point.
I'd rather do that than waive him or let him walk for nothing. And you got
that's my point, and that's my
point.
And that's what I was saying about Frank. That's my point. But it's just like, you can kind of see it with Kev.
Using your scenario, we saw it with Frank. Why do it again?
Right. You can kind of see it with Kev, man. Where it's just like, he's just on autopilot, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's
ready to go somewhere where they'll give him a chance. So
you put it perfect, though. From what I've seen, I feel like you're right. He's stuck on autopilot, and it's in a medium speed. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll crank up, man.
He's on cruise control.
Yeah, you could. He's just really laid back, quiet. You know, it's just. You know, we saw it, you know, when he first came in, oh my gosh, boom, 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 whatever, for like a day and a half. But then it's just like, yo, what is going on? Like, and I mean, I get it. Last year, you know, Tibbs ain't giving him no minutes. But to the people that be talking about, yo, son ain't getting no minutes and you can't be mad. Here's the thing, man. Like, these dudes practice every day.
Mm-hmm.
Those is minutes.
Mm-hmm.
If Tibbs ain't seeing nothing in practice, that's why he's not getting minutes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, it ain't just, yo, he's shitting on him. He ain't Nah.
When he gave him minutes, we got some offense from him, but we got no defense.
If he sees,
so he had to go back to the bench.
If a coach sees you getting busy in practice, they're gonna consider you putting in the game. They're gonna consider putting you in the game like very highly. They're gonna be like, yeah, son was getting busy the last 10 practices. Right. It's time to give son some burn. You know what I mean? So if you're not seeing nothing, they go for any of them, Kev or any of them. So like, if you're not seeing it in practice, that's why heads ain't getting no burn. You know, so like. You know, that's another one where that draft was crazy. Like, yo, what is going on? Like that
he
draft
had the potential to be something.
I remember I turned my
TV off, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, you know the story behind that with the workout and Fizz and all that. Like that was a Fizz pick. You know, Fizz was all 1,000% about that, you know, and you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Fizz dropped the ball, you know. So
well, yeah. So you know what though? This is why I love the fact that our future is as bright as it is.
Right. Absolutely.
As bright as this record that is doing extremely well.
Oh man, thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Make sure y'all get it if y'all haven't got it.
All the brilliant things. That's right. Anybody that's not watching, that's what we're showing.
Things. Get it. Matter of fact,
appreciate it.
Go right back into it.
There you
Sky,
go.
You got a couple more minutes for us, bro?
Yeah, for sure.
Coach, let's rock this out for a little bit.
I got to go. I got another show to do.
No, I know. I was gonna say, let's drop the commercial. Let's drop a commercial, come back, and then do some plugs and wrap it up.
Oh, shoot. Okay, I hope you can edit that part out too when you get to it.
Nah, leave it, man. Leave it, bro. It's all good.
Nah. But I mean, yeah. All right. Quick commercial. I know y'all gonna love it.
The manual quickly action figure.
Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We got that new Knick gear, getting ready for the new season. We got the new Emmanuel Quickly action figure. Bum, bum, bum. Complete with 90-something% free throw accuracy and a nasty floater. Oh, and this Emmanuel Quickly hits the 3 like it's water. Splash. Get it early before the holiday seasons and Christmas and Hanukkahs and things. Go get your Emmanuel Quickly New York Knicks action figure. Get it now.
The Emmanuel Quickly action figure.
Oh man, you kill me with that, man. Shouts to Mad Brick again, man, killing it with those graphics. That is dope. I didn't even see that. I've never seen that before.
I have held on to that for quite some time, trying to figure out how to best use it.
Well, listen, man, Skyzoo is a great guest to have that.
Yes, sir.
So love, man. So love. I appreciate it, man. I'm happy to be here with y'all. I know we was trying to get it going for a little while, so I'm glad we was able to do it.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Absolutely. Appreciate that also. I know you had some things you were going through, same here. So to be able to link up, man.
Yeah, we bounced back. You know what I mean? We talked about that off the record. We bounced back and everything is good, thank God. And
it's a blessing, man.
And I'm glad I was able to rock, man. I'm excited about the season. You know, I know we here to talk about the boys. I'm excited about the season. Ready to see how it go. I'm excited to see where this thing go, man. And yeah, absolutely.
In the immortal words of WWE, it's a new day.
Word up.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. We got a lot
Big
of
E just won the championship, so big shout out to Big E. I'm just saying.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. We got a lot of good stuff to look forward to, man. Just from all different angles. You know what I mean? We have so many good things in play. So, man, for once, it's positive vibes, man. You don't see, knock on wood, no negative headlines. You know
Word up.
So that's big right there. Sky, anything that you want to plug it on, man? You know, any projects you got working on? I know the people out there listening, if you haven't already, you got to go pick up that All the Brilliant Things album that Coach keeps showing. That's the latest. I'm still rocking Retropolitan, man. The vibes on that.
Please do. Yeah.
Man, I love it, bro. I love it.
Please
and
do.
shouts to Pete Rock on that too. I know he produced
absolutely. Retropolitan.
Music for my friends.
Yo, there you go. That's what's up.
Boom, boom. You know what I mean?
I got music for my friends on deck.
See, that's the beauty of a catalog. It's not about only what's going on right now. It's about right now, before, what's coming up. That's the beauty of a catalog, man. So I appreciate y'all. Only things I want to plug, All the Brilliant Things is out right now, tearing up everything and getting all the album of the year nods and top 5, top 10 of the year and all that. So I appreciate all that. And excuse me, on top of that, I'm just out here working, man. I'm just out here, putting these records together for the people that represent who we are, what we're about, where we're from, what makes us, what builds us, and what we won't let tear us down. That's what music is about. It's about us as a people, me serving and giving back to the listeners and the relatability. And, music is easy to figure out, right? No matter what genre, it's two things. You relate to it or you escape to it. And my music, you need both. You need music you relate to, and you need stuff that you can escape to as well. And my music is what you relate to. My music is, I dig that because I'm going through that. I dig that because I've been through that. I dig that because that's where I want to be, whatever it is. And then you got music that you escape to, your Rosses and your Migos and your Drakes and all that stuff where you want to, you had a crazy week at work and you want to go to the club and, get bottle service and then regret it on Monday. And, it's cool. You know what I mean? But you needed to live that. You need to get that out. That's the music you escape to. And that's great. My music is what you relate to. So, that I'm here to just remind people of that. Thank you to everybody who's been rocking and rolling with us, man, who's been on this train for all this time. We're going to keep it rolling, keep it going. Shout to y'all, for having me on the show.
Thanks to you for coming.
No, thanks.
Oh, no, absolutely. Shout to, I got to say this, shout to my bro, Mello. He got his new book out with Tomorrow's Ain't Promised.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely go get that. That's home team right there. That's my man. And, it's we here, baby, blue and orange, everything. Clearly what I'm repping. Should I come with it like I'm wearing number 7? I said that in 2011. You know what I mean? So it's still the same thing, baby, blue and orange, everything. So peace and love always. We here.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate
Ladies
that.
and gentlemen, Skyzoo.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Thank you again, man. We appreciate you coming through. Absolutely. We'll have to do this again, man. Maybe down the line, towards the end of the season or something like that.
Yeah, when these guys is walking into the second round. Yeah.
Bang, bang.
I'm telling you, man, you're on the same page, bro.
Let's get it. On the record, I am I do want the Lakers to win this year for obvious reasons.
For Melo.
Understood, man. I think there's a lot of fans that understand that.
Let my man get the one, and then let him come home
and retire,
and let him rock out
Man,
and put the seven in the rafters, and that's it.
I'm with it, man. That right there is a dream.
That's what I want. I want him to get the one this year, and then I want him to come back to the crib next year and do the tour, and we put the seven in the rafters, and we bow out. That's how I want to see it.
Man, that's a picture perfect ending right there.
Yeah.
Except this, before we close the show, and I'm gonna literally close the show on this, I'm gonna shut it all down. What if that retirement year we're ready?
Yeah. Somebody posted something like that earlier. I don't know where I saw it. Twitter or something. Somebody posted something like that. And it was like, yo, Melo got to get the one this year, and then next year retire with us, but get another one that year and walk out with two. And I was like, man, you want to see the city? You want to see the roof of the garden on the floor?
Yes.
Yeah, let that happen.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It'd be the end of the house party movie.
Right. There it is. Yeah, I mean, blowing in the air. Yeah, absolutely.
People were mad at us outside of MSG last year after we won Game 2. Imagine.
Right. Y'all can't come outside.
That's what heads don't understand, man. That's what heads don't understand. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you the flight that I'm on the moment that we win it all. Let me tell you the flight I'm on immediately. Oh, the ticket is 2 bands because the Knicks just won. Book it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll book it. I got it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gone. We there. You know what I mean?
I'm going to be in traffic heading right to MSG in my car.
Yeah, it is.
Listening to your records.
All day.
Yeah, it is. I'll meet you on 33rd.
We are out. We'll see you Saturday.
Knicks Corner, bro.
Knicks Corner. I love that. Skyzoo is in the building. It's always a hip-hop, love, and blue and orange everything.
All day.
See y'all Saturday.
Saturday. Actually, man, we ain't even tell nobody. We dropping this. This is a surprise hit. So surprise. Enjoy it. We'll see y'all.